take it for lunch. I'll eat it for the next 3 months because I mean I'm not just a I
Just
won't buy
toss
it
it
again,
out,
but
yeah.
I'm not throwing away the money.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, there's ways to do it.
All right, we're live.
Good morning, everyone. I will be reading an opening statement, so I do thank you all for your indulgence. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome and thank you for being here today. Please turn off any cellular telephones to avoid interrupting proceedings. In all issues that may come before the Special Master, we ask that everyone show mutual respect for one another by listening quietly to each person speaking, and that everyone refrain from any clapping, heckling, or verbal outbursts in favor or in opposition to a speaker. These hearings are conducted by a special magistrate. I am that person. My name is Andre McKinney, the purpose of which is to give any alleged violators the opportunity to contest the decision of the code enforcement officer which resulted in issuance of a civil violation notice. These hearings are conducted in a quasi-judicial manner, and I am assigned to hear today's cases. My responsibility is to act much like a judge in court, and that is to hear cases presented by the code enforcement officer and to hear contradictory arguments by the alleged violators. These hearings are open to the public. It is required that all persons who testify as to the facts of the case be placed under oath, including the code enforcement officer. These hearings will not be conducted in accordance with the formal rules relating to evidence and witness. Any relevant evidence will be admitted if I find it to be competent and reliable, regardless of the existence of any common law or statutory rule to the contrary. All documentary evidence must be submitted for placement in the hearing file. No documentary evidence will be considered unless the alleged violator or code enforcement officer submits a copy for the hearing file. Each party shall have the right to call and examine witnesses, to introduce exhibits, to cross-examine opposing witnesses on any matter relevant to the issues, even though that matter was not covered in the direct examination, to impeach any witness, regardless of which party first called him or her to testify, and to rebut the evidence against him or her. It is my responsibility to make findings of fact based on the evidence of record. The fact-finding determinations of a special magistrate are limited to whether the alleged violation occurred, and if so, whether the person named in the civil violation notice can be held responsible for that violation. I may also modify the decision of the code enforcement officer as to the time for correction contained in the civil violation notice, even though said time is rebuttably presumed to have been reasonable. I have the authority to assess and order the payment of civil penalties, to issue orders having the force of law, to command whatever steps are necessary to bring a violation into compliance, and to assess administrative costs. In order to make a finding upholding the code enforcement officer's decision, I must find that there is substantial competent evidence that the named violator was responsible for a violation of the relevant section of the code as charged. If I affirm the decision of the code inspector, my order will specify the amount of the civil penalty, the administrative cost of the hearing of not less than $100 if so assessed, and the date by which the violation must be corrected to prevent resumption of continuing violation penalties, if any. An aggrieved party, including the town, may appeal a final order of the special master to Circuit Court of Appeals. Such appeal shall not be a hearing de novo, but shall be limited to appellate review of the record created before the special master. An appeal shall be filed within 30 calendar days of the issuance of the order sought to be overturned. If you are found guilty of the civil violation charged, you will be assessed an administrative fee of $100. The city representative will present their case first, and the alleged violator will present their case thereafter. I will consider the evidence and render a decision after all arguments are heard. All those who will be testifying in today's hearing, if you are able to do so, at hand so you can be sworn in. Do you swear and affirm that the testimony you will provide in the proceedings is the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Correct.
Thank you. You may be seated. Officer Lewis, we can go down the agenda.
The first case is
You're right.
You want to put
Mike.
the roll call for the record?
Jeffrey Lewis, Code Compliance Officer for the town of Pembroke Park.
Brian Sherman, Assistant Town Attorney.
Andre McKinney, Special Magistrate.
I'm Mara Fontalva, Code Compliance Clerk. Natalie Cardona, Business Tax Administration.
Any edits or changes to the minutes of August 20th? Or are we moving them as noted? Any changes that need to be made?
I approve the adoption of the minutes.
Okay, so moved and approved as presented. Any additions, deferrals, modifications that need to be made to the agenda?
Yes. We would like to dismiss two cases. 7.1, case 10767, and also 7.4, case 10955.
Well, we're going to remove those just from the docket and evaluate those matters.
Okay, so we're taking those off agenda?
Correct.
Okay. The record reflect and so noted. Any other additions, modifications, or deferrals?
No, that is all.
Okay. Shall we move in the order of the sign-in sheet? Okay, thank you.
Sure. Ms. McKinney, we do have, it looks like an attorney here who signed in on two cases. They are, looks like it's the same respondent, but different addresses. If you want to take them in turn, the first one is case 5053 Pembroke Road LLC. This is on 9.1 of your docket, 3932 Pembroke Road. This is a hearing to abate fine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If you could please state your name for the record and your representation of your client, and obviously you're an attorney, you're here with their authority.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jolyn June. I am representing our client today for case 5053. This is a mitigation of or reduction of fine pursuant to section 7-8 of the town code. Currently, we have submitted an application or a petition for a 90% reduction of fine. We've been working closely with the town in terms of getting into compliance, as well as, you know, some back and forths with how the violations were occurred.
And I'm just going to ask if you could just let the officer, give a presentation with regards to, the record does reflect it is here for abatement.
Yes.
And so the town will present what the offer is, if any, and then you can respond with regards to whether it's an acceptance or if your client is seeking a further reduction and the basis for such.
Sounds good.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Jeffrey Lewis, Code Compliance Officer for the Town of Pembroke Park, presenting case number 5053, which is for Pembroke Road Center LLC, located at 3932 Pembroke Road. This is in regards to a violation. Original violation was written in April 16th of 2020 in regards to an illuminated sign without a building permit. The formal hearing final order was issued August 16, 2023, and it was in compliance as of May 22nd, 2025. So this is a hearing to abate the fine. The fine amount accrued to in total $149,708.50. The per diem days was 615 days. However, during the COVID pandemic, there was a motion to hold on to the fines for that time period, which was 84 days. So there was a reduction of $4,200. The recommendation is at 85% for businesses for reduction, which would bring down the total to $19,021.
That includes the administrative fee?
That includes the administrative fee, the recording lien, and the release of lien.
Okay, so Attorney June, it looks like notwithstanding the 84 days reduction, the accrued amount of the daily per diem fine rose to over six figures. With the 85% reduction, we're looking at $19,021. And it looks like it's a singular violation assigned. What's your client's position with regards to the 85% reduction of $19,021?
Although the petition was for a 90% reduction, however, I believe that my client would be accepting to an 85% reduction, especially since we've been working closely with the town. And as stated by the code enforcement officer, there was some delay due to COVID, and the town has been very accepting and reducing the fines because of that. So I believe my client would be accepting of 85%. So, yeah.
Well, it sounds like there's agreement on both sides. If nothing by either side, I'll give oral pronouncement based on the testimony evidence presented. There is substantial and competent evidence to approve the abatement requests. The fines are mitigated down to $19,021. This does include the administrative cost for the hearing. Now, the respondent must pay this mitigated amount within 30 days, or the original fine amount will resume. And if you will give us a moment, you'll be able to get a copy of the order. And any questions regarding how payment can be made, either of the clerk specialists can assist. But I see you're signed up for another case.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, to add one other item. The recommended time frame to pay the abatement fine?
30 days.
30 days.
Would 60 days, would it be?
Does the town have an
possible?
objection to 60 days?
No.
No.
Okay. No objection? Okay, so 60 days to pay the $19,021. And then the next case, it's case number 9700.
This is under 8.1, hearing to extend time.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Jeffrey Lewis, Code Compliance Officer for the Town of Pembroke Park, presenting case number 9700 for Pembroke Road Center, LLC, located at 3936 Pembroke Road. This is in regards to a notice of violation written May 31st, 2024, in regards to a business license, business tax receipt, certificate of use, display, and also a tenant build-out of an interior wall that was done without permits. Original violation was May 31st, 2024. The final order was written January 15th of 2025. And so at that time, they were giving an extension of time for 90 days, and they are requesting an additional extension of time. Currently, there is no permits for the interior wall, and they have not been able to issue the business tax receipt or the certificate of use until the construction work is complete.
Okay. What's the town's position with regards to the second, this would be the second request?
The town recommendation for an extension of time would be 60 days. That way, they'll have time to submit the application, go through the process, and do complete the inspections.
Okay. Attorney June, so it looks like Pembroke Road Center is asking for a second extension. The town is amenable to that, but by 60 days.
Yes, my client would be open to 60 days, just because, you know, as the code enforcement officer stated, that the permitting process does take some time, so.
Okay. If nothing else by either side, I'll give oral pronouncement based on the evidence and testimony presented. There is substantial and competent evidence to approve the request for extension of time. Respondent is hereby ordered to come into compliance within 60 days. Failure to correct the violation and come into compliance, will result in fines continuing to accrue daily until the property is in compliance. And of course, there is an administrative cost of $100 assessed. And once more, you'll be able to get a copy of the order.
May I ask what the daily fines are? If not that we're planning not to be in compliance, but just so I'm able to communicate it to my client.
Yes, from the amended final order, the daily fine is $250 per diem.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Good luck to your client.
Ms. June,
Thank
is
you
this,
so much.
Is this?
is this your client?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He was walking up behind you, and it was like, hold on, I don't know.
You just entered.
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Let me just swear you in real quick. Raise your right hand. Do you swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. So we are on case number 9700. This is the one pertaining to hearing to extend time. The town has offered 60 days. This would be the second extension. Failure to come into compliance within that time frame will result in the $250 per diem daily fine continuing to accrue. Is there anything else you wanted to add on that case?
No, I spoke with the tenant, and the tenant does have a company working on getting the permit to get everything closed out.
Okay, you may want to speak to them to and
She and the company, Permit Solutions, was supposed to be here this morning.
nope, just your attorney.
I mean, we've talked to the clerk and we understand that, there might not be a meeting in November or December, so we are very diligent about getting this taken care of. So we're on it and we're going to make sure that we assist in the process as well. So thank you so much.
Yeah, apply the right amount of pressure on your tenant. In a non-violent way. Let me just say that for the record. Let me just say that for the record so no one quotes the magistrate, non-violent pressure. Just, explain the sense of urgency to achieve compliance. But otherwise, good luck to you all.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
You're
Kenny,
welcome.
may I have one moment?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. June, it's always a pleasure seeing you again.
Yes, always a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
I tried to get-
Yes, we can call the next case. Looks
What the
like
next case?
Emmanuel Norde.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
So
Come on. Good
this would
morning.
be 7.6 on the docket. Case number 10975.
Thank you.
Okay. Jeffrey Lewis, Code Compliance Officer for the Town of Pembroke Park, to present the case of 10975 for Emmanuel Norde
Yes.
and Samantha Brode, located at 5030 Southwest 37th Street in Pembroke Park. The violation was written in April 25th of 2025 in regards to installation of a fence without a permit. At this current time, there are no permits presented to complete this case, and this is the first hearing of this case. The town would recommend to give 60 days to allow the respondent time to pull the permit application, complete the inspections to close out the issue, and we can go ahead and close out the case in that time frame.
Okay, and the per diem recommendation?
Per diem recommendation is $50 per day.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Norde.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine. Yourself?
Good. So it looks like that the town is offering you, well, first off, are you the owner of the property?
Yes.
Okay. The town is offering on this first time violation 60 days to come into compliance, and if not, a daily fine of $50 that will continue to accrue every day that it's out of compliance.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. If there's nothing else by either side, I'll give oral pronouncement based on the evidence testimony presented. There is substantial competent evidence to support the town's position that a violation exists on the subject property. The respondent is ordered to come into compliance within 60 days. Failure to come into compliance within 60 days will result in a daily fine of $50 per day that will continue to accrue each day until the property is in compliance. Respondent is also assessed $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. If you wait just one moment, you'll be able to get a copy of the order.
Okay, is it okay if I ask a question?
Yes, you can.
Versus-
Yes.
I did start the permit application process. Currently, right now, I'm just waiting for a letter from the HOA approving for the fences installation.
Okay.
The HOA has informed me that it should take around 30 days for them to give back a letter.
Okay.
If for whatever reason there is any type of delay, can I come back and request for an extension outside of the 60 days?
You can do that. What I'll go ahead and do, the town is offering 60 days. I will grant you 90 days.
Okay.
But I strongly encourage you, like starting today, going to your HOA and applying, saying, I really need whatever documents you need from them, so that you can go ahead and submit the permit application. Sometimes the permitting process can take, a bit of time,
Okay.
and everything. So I'll go ahead and offer it 90 days, but don't waste your days.
Okay.
And of course, if things are coming close to that time period and you do need an extension, please stay in contact with the officer.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you.
To modify your pronouncement? Since
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, so my oral pronouncement is amended to reflect respondent has 90 days. Not sure if the officer and town attorney, I'm listening. He's indicated.
An issue just came up regarding his concern, so we're going to look into it. Understanding it doesn't change your ruling or the case, but we're going to look into his concern.
Okay, so I just want to, so now that everyone's in the room, the respondent has indicated possible delays on part of the HOA based on documents that he needs to provide to submit his application. I am granting him 90 days and advising or stating to please stay on top of your HOA and everything. And it's a $50 per diem, okay?
Okay.
No objection.
Very good. Okay, you get a copy of the order. Good luck to you, Mr. Norday.
All right. Thank you, guys.
You're
Have a great day.
And it looks like we've got Mavic or Gonzalez. Maria, okay. How did I get Mavic out of that? Good morning.
I am Maria P. Gonzalez, and I am the property manager for the owners of 1950 South 30th Ave LLC.
Okay, thank you for that introduction. And our code officer will go ahead and present the case, and then you'll have an opportunity to respond.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Perfect. Jeffrey Lewis, Code Compliance Officer for the Town of Pembroke Park, here to present case number 10995 for 1950 South 30th Avenue LLC, Pure Costa Management.
That's me.
This is located at 1950 Southwest 30th Avenue and here in Pembroke Park. Original notice of violation was written May 1st of 2025 in regards to a tenant operating without a business tax receipt, which is Comfy Ship, Florida, and also certificate of use. Need to display business license in the unit, and also electrical work that was done without a permit and installation of rack system done without a permit.
Jeffrey, can we mention that I brought in the account cancellation request form?
Correct. The account cancellation for the tenant that moved out was brought in. so we can notate that there is no longer a tenant in that space. That would clarify that the issue with the no business tax receipt or certificate of use.
Okay.
And then the second portion and third portion would need to have permits, and currently they are working on obtaining permits for the electrical system and also for the racking system.
Correct. I'm actually meeting with the GC by like 1 o'clock today because I had to push it back. But my goal is by no later than this week having him hired, by next week having the permit paperwork already in. To get this turned around, it should be a simple thing. We just had a hard time finding it, and less than 3 months ago I was dealing with breast cancer and I was out. And unfortunately, the notice came to the building, which is how I then got involved, found out that they hadn't done their compliance, and it was like, okay, you gotta go. And everything has just come to me really quick, so I'm trying to get it done as fast as possible. He's wonderful, we love him, and he really is helpful. So not only am I learning how to be a future tenant, but I'm, getting educated through this process of compliance. So we are sorry. We try our best. We've been there for a long time. It's been very challenging. Tenants are not what they used to be, and there's no excuse. We just want to handle this and make sure that for the future, he's helped me to have a packet ready. So whenever we have a tenant, it's like, here you go. This is the rules, and that's all, because we don't want to have to waste your time for this kind of stuff.
Oh, that's good to hear. Is there a recommendation on the number of days for compliance and
Yes.
per diem?
Town recommendation is 60 days
Okay.
to correct the violations. If not, it'll be a per diem of $250 per
Okay.
day until the violation is corrected.
And just to ask on this, just the same with the gentleman before, 60 days you think should be fair with me doing my part and then you being able to turn around and get it complied?
Correct. If you have the application and the contractor already on
Yeah.
board with the
Okay.
plans, we can go ahead and process
It should be
that
quick.
at
Okay,
that
good.
time.
Perfect. That works for us.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else on either side? No, okay, I'll give oral pronouncement. Based on the evidence and testimony presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position that a violation exists on the subject property. The respondent is ordered to come into compliance within 60 days. Failure to come into compliance within 60 days will result in a daily fine of $250 per day and will continue to accrue until such time as the property is in compliance. Respondent is assessed $100 today for administrative costs for today's hearing. If by chance you are not in compliance, please make contact with the city and continue with your diligent efforts to bring the property into compliance.
Will do.
Okay. Good luck to your
Thank
client.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
We can call the next case. I
Perfect.
think we have one last person signed up, but I
Yes.
see more people.
Case number 7393.
No se le da. Oh, okay.
9.2 under docket for
Under
hearing to abate fine. Infinity Azure LLC 5325 Southwest 32nd Street.
We have one more.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Linda Villegas, representative for Infinity BH.
Okay, we're gonna start with the officer, and then you'll have an opportunity to respond.
Okay.
Right. Jeffrey Lewis, Code and Compliance Officer for the Town of Pembroke Park, here to present case number 7393, which is for Infinity Azura LLC, located at 5325 Southwest 32nd Street here in Pembroke Park. Original notice of violation was written August 10th, 2022, in regards to multiple units for the apartment complex. The first one is unit number 5325, has ongoing leaking issues in the bathroom and the ceilings, needed to repair. Unit number 5325 with an AC unit. Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually the same unit, just multiple items. So unit number 5325, the AC unit installed without a permit, and also a water heater installed without a permit. These items have been complied and taken care of as of January 23rd, 2023, and a affidavit of compliance is as of January 25th, 2023. It went back and forth in regards to the fines and fees, in which there is a supplemental order of claim of lien, which was issued May 21st of 2025. So this is a hearing to abate the fine of the amount. The current amount that accrued for 5 days of per diem was, in total, is $1,308.50. The town's recommendation for the abatement is 85%, which would bring the entire total, including the recording of the liens and the release of liens. The admin fees were already paid on this case, so the remaining balance would be $246 and actually $246.
Okay. Okay, now your turn. If you could state your name for the record and who you are in relation to the subject property, and then your response with regards to the abatement request. The town is abating it to 246. So who you are and your relationship to the subject property.
Well, again, everyone, thank you. And good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Linda Villegas, and I'm here also with Jacob and Lisette Mendoza. They are also part of Infinity BH. I'm representing the company, and yes, the case has been, all the issues have been resolved in the apartment.
Okay.
And the city, as Officer Jeffrey mentioned, everything has been resolved.
Okay.
Yes, we do agree with the fine.
Okay, great. So the abated amount that the town is recommending is 246. If there's nothing else by either side, I'll give oral pronouncement based on the testimony evidence presented. There is substantial and competent evidence to approve the request for abatement. The property is in compliance. The fines are mitigated down to $246. The testimony and record reflects that the administrative costs have already been paid. You must pay the $246 within 30 days. If not, the original fine amount will resume.
Not a problem. That's going to be paid.
So if you just sit tight, you'll get a copy of the order. And congratulations and good luck to you.
Thank you, everyone.
Moving on with the next one. Yes.
30 days. Yes.
We have Carlos, but for 9269, he's not on the agenda though.
We'll continue on with the rest of the cases.
Okay. That was Infinity. I see more people in the audience.
Yeah.
This gentleman, did he sign in?
He did sign in for 9269. He's not on the docket though.
Oh,
Right.
your case is not on the agenda today.
Okay, can I still talk to you guys or?
Madam Magistrate, if we may just see exactly what the issue is.
Okay.
Have staff at least converse with him to see what we can do
Okay.
with something that's not on the agenda.
Okay. Will it be Officer Lewis or is Nasli? Okay.
Right.
So can
can
you
take
just
that.
sit tight and someone will, and
Well,
I'm gonna need 10 minutes for, their problem.
oh, okay.
okay. And we have,
This is the pump from one of the hearings that we had.
gotcha.
Oh,
So is there anyone else with anything on the agenda to be heard today, or just questions? Because if anything, what I might suggest, since we have 3 cases left and no one signed in for the 3 cases, I'll just do a quick announcement, which is 10808 Liam Del Carmen Ortiz Gonzalez, 10946 JW Lee Properties LLC, and then 10973 De Jesus Pertelli Ramos Yanru. Seeing no one, I would suggest that maybe we just take a 5-minute recess,
we can take a 5
and
minute.
then staff can speak with everyone here, and we can see and address any issues.
Okay,
All right, thank you. We're on a 5-minute
5 minute
recess.
break. Yeah. Not back on the record. Not yet, not yet.
We're back on.
We're back on.
Back on the record.
All right, thank you, Madam Magistrate. The gentleman here has a pending code case off docket. There's some other issues. But they're going to meet with staff after the hearing. There's nothing for you to address, nor are we requesting that at this time, given the fact that it's also a company as well. We have the manager and one of the tenants here, but they're going to meet with staff.
Okay.
So I suggest that we continue with the docket. We have 3 cases left.
Okay.
And I also believe the young lady in the crowd is with that matter or something similar, not on the docket as well.
Oh, she was on the docket. She was the 3930.
So 9700?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that needs to be addressed?
No, I told her that she was given a 60-day extension.
The 60-day extension, and then the attorney was here for that. So, and it can speak to Ms. June, the attorney for the company, and as well as Mr. Harper as well. So, but that matter is done. You're more than welcome to stay, but we're going to move on with the rest of the docket, but that's the decision. All right, so we have 7.2, case 1080, sorry, case 10808. It is Liam Del Carmen Ortiz Gonzalez at 104 Lori Lane, Pembroke Park. This is a formal hearing for violations of 5-105, repairs and installations, 12-48, outdoor service storage prohibited, and 5-17, permit application required.
Couldn't say it better myself.
Okay.
Jeffrey Lewis, Code Compliance Officer for the Town of Pembroke Park for case number 10808 for 104 Lori Lane in Pembroke Park for Liam Del Carmen Ortiz Gonzalez in regards to notice of violation for removal of all prohibited outdoor storage, installed door without a building permit, installed outdoor kitchen sink without a building permit, drywall demo renovations done prior to obtaining a building permit, flooring renovation, all done without a permit. Notice of violation was originally written March 24th, 2025, and this is for the formal hearing. At this current time, there are no permits that were pulled in order to correct the violations. For Land Park. The town's recommendation is to give 60 days to correct the violation. If not, then it would be a per diem of $100 per day.
Is anyone here on property located at 104 Lori Lane, Pembroke Park? Seeing and hearing no one come forward, based on the testimony evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position that a violation exists on the property. The respondent is ordered to come into compliance within 60 days or face a $100 per day daily fine that will continue to accrue until the property is in compliance. The respondent is also assessed $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. Next case.
Perfect. So that's that. Next case is on the docket at 7.3, case number 10946.
It was how much? Within 60?
60, 100. Thank you.
Jeffrey Lewis, Code Compliance Officer for the Town of Pembroke Park, and presenting case number 10946 for JW Lee Properties LLC. This location is the location is 3020 Southwest 30th Avenue here in Pembroke Park. Notice of violation was written in regards to accumulation of trash, garbage, and debris on the property, and also illegal dumping within the enclosure of the property. The reinspection was completed as of August 25th. Yes, August 25th, where the trash and accumulation is still ongoing. The town's recommendation is to give 15 days to clear the trash and debris. Otherwise, it would be a $250 per diem until the matter is corrected.
Is anyone here on property located at 3020-3040 Southwest 30th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Seeing or hearing no one come forward, based on the testimony or evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position that violation exists on the subject property. The respondent is ordered to come into compliance within 15 days. Failure to come into compliance within 15 days will result in a daily fine of $250 per day, which shall continue to accrue daily until the property is in compliance. The respondent is also assessed $100 administrative costs for today's hearing. Next case. 15 to 50.
Perfect. Case number case on the docket is 7.5. Case number is 10973. Okay. Again, Jeffrey Lewis, Code Compliance Officer for the Town of Pembroke Park, here to present case number 10973 for De Jesus Porcela Ramos, located at 5040 Southwest 37th Street here in Pembroke Park. Notice of violation was written April 25th of 2025 in regards to a wooden fence that was installed without a permit, and also a pergola that was installed without a permit as well. At this current time, there are no permits to show that the matter has been corrected. So therefore, town recommendation is 60 days to come into compliance. If not, it would be a $50 per diem until the matter is corrected.
Is anyone here on property located at 5040 Southwest 37th Street, Pembroke Park? Seeing or hearing no one come forward, based on the evidence and testimony presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position that violations exist on the subject property. The respondent is ordered to come into compliance within 60 days. Failure to come into compliance within 60 days will result in a daily fine of $50 per day, which shall continue to accrue until such time as the property is in compliance. The respondent is also assessed $100 administrative costs for today's hearing. Does that conclude all items on the agenda?
Yes.
Okay. Motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Okay, we are adjourned. The time is
9:46.
9:46.
We are still live. Give me 2 seconds.